Hey everyone, good morning and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ashley, and here on my channel we talk all about applique, embroidery, Etsy, and running your own small business from home. So today is Friday, and I'm going to be bringing you guys along for a work with me or a day in the life. We're getting a super early start this morning again. I think this is probably going to be the new normal. It's 4:15. I got up at 4, just barely got ready. I came down to my office. I'm going to grab my order book, my laptop, and print off the orders that I've received this week, make sure I have all my supplies ordered, and then I'm honestly just going to go sit back on the couch for a while and set up all my files for the day. Like I said, it's super early. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I don't want to wake anyone else up in the house, but I have to have that done before I get going, so I can be super productive. So I'm going to bring you guys along. I'm going to go print orders, eat breakfast, set up all the files, and then I will pick up with you guys once I'm back down here to work later. Hey everyone, so it's quite a bit later. It's almost 8 o'clock and I'm just now getting down to the office and really getting started. Got my caffeine, drinking that. I have all my files set up. That probably took me 2 to 2.5 hours. Still kind of recovering from losing a lot of my setup files. When my laptop crashed, I didn't have a lot of those backed up. Just like the preset ones with like a lot of my jacket designs I have multiple different font options, so I lost some of those presets, so it takes extra time to get things set up for the first time again. So I'm going to do a better job backing those up now. Everything gets saved on my laptop and my external hard drive, as well as it backs up to the cloud too. So hopefully that fixes any future issues. But today I've got 7 kids shirts and 23 jackets to do. Plus I still have names to put on the jackets that are back there on the machines. I did the logos last night, just need to add the names. And then I do have 1 test stitch to do as well. That's a new version of that pumpkin motif letter that you've seen in a past video. There's a new girl version with a bow, so excited to make that one. Need to get that test stitched today though, hopefully. And then let's see, so I'm otherwise ready to go. I don't have my applique fabrics pre-cut yet with my Cameo. I'm going to go ahead and do those once I get the machines running. And then I do also have to sort through, I've got a box and a stack of jackets back here. Stuff I ordered Monday came in over the past several days, and I haven't sorted through, organized those yet. I need to do that before I can get started, because most of those are for jackets that I'm going to work on today. And I think that's it. Otherwise, I think I'm ready to go. Yesterday evening, I spent a little bit of time and just like, I'm not going to say cleaned, but decluttered my countertops, my islands, so that way I'd at least have a workable surface to start the day. I definitely need to spend a day down here and clean and organize again. It's amazing how it just builds back up as you're working. So I'm going to go ahead and get the machines on, do my daily maintenance. I clean out the bobbin area and put oil in on a daily basis, and then that's all I'm going to do today. I do also oil the needle bars like maybe monthly, but that's not something I do regular. All right, then one more thing I just wanted to touch on real quick before I get the machines going is this is a day in the life of a Friday, a typical Friday for me. I am a work at home or stay at home mom, whatever you want to call it. So Monday through Thursday, I honestly don't work a lot. I have my 1-year-old daughter here with me. I kind of work around her schedule if she allows it. I bring her down for about half hour in the morning, try to get a few things done if she wants to be. But if she's just not having it, we don't. I at least try to get the machines on, get things prepped, so when she goes down for her nap, I can work. I usually get an hour to 2.5 hours of work, just depending on the day, before I need to get her up and then get to the post office. So this is not my 5-day-a-week schedule. I would love for it to be, but at the same time, I definitely enjoy having her home here with me and not having to have her in childcare right now. I might in the future, who knows, but for now she's home with me 4 days a week, and then when my husband's home on Fridays, this is the day I work. So just wanted to address that. There seems to be some misconceptions on that. I don't do these 12 to 14 hour days every day all week, or I'm not super productive when my daughter's here with me, and that's okay. It just seems like a lot of people think that I do this all day, every day, and that's not the case. This is Friday. This is my day to work. So that's usually when I vlog as well. So it's quite a bit later in the morning and I still haven't got much done. I'm listening to a live on YouTube right now. I like doing that when I'm working or listen to an audiobook or something just in my ear to keep me going, keep me motivated. But I'm watching someone else live, so working along. So right now what I'm doing is I got all my jackets sorted. You just saw me do all that. I don't have appliques going yet. I really got to start on that. But I need to cut some fabric first. I'm going to get the names going on these two jackets that I have managed to finish, and then get fabric prepped and get those cut on my applique cutter. I say applique cutter, it's a Cameo. I don't know why I call it that. Vinyl cutter, whatever. The only thing I use it for is applique. But it was a Cameo 4. I used to use like the original Cameo. I still have it. It's fine. It's just slower. Super easy once I have it set up because I only do certain designs with it. So I just keep them saved and pull them up real quick. And I use the light grip mats. I have a whole video step by step how I make them, how I do it, all that. I can link that if anyone needs it. But I need to get going, guys. I'm really struggling this morning. I have a lot to do. All right, so quick teaching moment. Wiper errors on these machines. You can just close it and then start your machine, but you can see that the thread, it's like it didn't cut down below. The wiper errors means this is your wiper, and that's what kind of grabs and pulls that thread back and holds it back on these Brother or Baby Lock machines. Don't mind my dirty machine. But it didn't trim underneath. So two things you can do. The first I always try is I just cut it. It usually just pulls it back then, and then we're good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and start it. and that seemed to do that today. Sometimes though, it might be tangled down below in the actual cutter, and you'll need to take your garment off, take that top plate off, and clean out the cutter. If I notice this doing this again today, I will stop and clean that all out. Honestly, this was the machine this morning that I had to get the little pair of tweezers out and pull some thread out of. So I'm really not surprised. It probably needs a deep clean inside. I clean it out with the brush every day and use the compressed air, just a quick little spritz. I know some people don't like using it, but it works fine as long as you don't use too much. So it probably needs cleaned. The actual cutting blades actually probably need, there's probably some thread stuck in there. They probably need cleaned. But I'm going to go ahead and proceed. If it happens again, that's when I'll stop and I'll do that deep clean. I don't like stopping in the middle of a jacket if at all possible. I'd want to do it in between if absolutely possible. All right, so first applique shirt is one I don't cut. So I'm going to go ahead, and my machine's already set up with the right colors. Perfect. So I'm going to start this one on a bodysuit. So I'm going to put it on my fast frames. It's a unicorn design, which I rarely do #1s on bodysuits, but, you know, nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to grab my fast frames. I'm going to do a 7x7 just because I know the design fits in it. I like using that one whenever possible. It's easier to line, and I have pre-cut stabilizer for it. So I'm going to grab those and get this hooped first and get it started. I already have, yeah. My camera. I already have the fabric prepped for it, so that one will be fast and easy. And since it's a smaller design and just a #1, it should stitch pretty fast. A lot faster than like the full bigger size unicorn designs that take forever. So I'm going to show you how I get that started. Alright, 7x7 fast frame. I use an 8x8 piece of tearaway stabilizer, which I tape to my frame. There are like little flat clips and stuff. Some people use sticky stabilizer. It's all a preference, and this is my preference. I get asked frequently why I use both cutaway and tearaway, and my standard answer, it's personal preference. But why? Why is that my preference? In my opinion, and I know people disagree with me, and that's okay. You can have your opinion. You need a cutaway stabilizer on shirts and knit stretchy items. Anything that you're gonna, the cliche saying is, if you wear it, don't tear it. I come from that group of thinking. I think you need a cutaway on your item. It's not just for hooping or stitching. It is to hold that extra thread stable. It's stabilizer, right? In the garments long term with washing, wearing, stretching, pulling on it. It's to protect and hold that thread. Yes, these are good quality blanks. ARB, Blanks Boutique, AJ Blanks. They're all made to hold embroidery. But my opinion is you still need a type of cutaway. My cutaway preference is poly mesh, but there's traditional cutaway. There's, all different things that can be used. Then why do I use tearaway? Since I use poly mesh, it is super thin, super flexible. That's what I love about it. But the problem is it's hard to get your hoop or your garment tight and flat to create that nice flat surface to stitch on. That's where I like tearaway. It just gives you that nice, smooth, almost hard surface to stitch on. And in my opinion, it gives you a cleaner stitch out if you use them in combination. Now, if you're using traditional cutaway, you could probably get by without using tearaway, but I really like using the tearaway with the poly mesh. That way I get that extra stability stitching, and then I can pull that tearaway off when I'm done, trim around the cutaway, the poly mesh cutaway. So I'm left with the poly mesh there to help hold and stabilize the stitches in the garment long term. But I'm left with a much more flexible back on my shirt versus traditional cutaway. Not all poly mesh is, we're all hooped. Not all poly mesh is created equal. If you get poly mesh and you don't like it because, you know, it shrinks or your design looks distorted afterwards, try a different brand. My biggest suggestion is if you're having problems or think maybe it's your poly mesh that's shrinking, hit it with an iron or your heat press beforehand, and then compare it to a piece of the same size. Did it shrink? If it's shrinking with that heat, that's probably your problem. I buy mine from All Stitch. That's my preference. I also buy from MJ's Sewing Supply for some pre-cuts. It seems to be the similar quality, but you know, some other stuff, some kinds that I bought elsewhere or on Amazon, it was not the same quality. And then there's also multiple kinds of poly mesh. Mine looks like this. You can kind of see the crosshairs in it, but it's not super like textured. There's some that's almost more like waffly looking, and that honestly does not work for me. That's the kind that shrinks. That's the kind that just distorts up and kind of balls up on your shirt afterwards if you wash it. That's not my suggestion. All Stitch is my favorite for poly mesh. So I just remembered that one of my jacket orders for today, they requested and paid for UPS shipping, which means I need to get it done now. It's already 9:30 and I have no clue when the UPS driver will be here. I'm getting deliveries today, so I didn't pay for a pickup, so I don't know what time they're coming. My UPS driver is nice and said just leave stuff out and he'll pick it up. I don't have to pay for the request, so take him up on that often, but that means I need to have it ready because sometimes he gets here as soon as 10, 10:30. A lot of times it's closer to noon, but just in case I want to have it done and ready for him. So I dug through my box, found it. I'm going to get that one going on this machine next. You know, worst case scenario, if it's not done when he gets here, I'll just have to drop it off in town myself. The only bad thing about that is the UPS store or UPS center is 25 miles from my house. So definitely don't want to miss him if at all possible. So I'm going to get this one going next. So while all my machines are happy running on their own, I'm going to go ahead and get my applique fabrics prepped for the next couple shirts. These are all 4 ones I'm going to cut on my Cameo 4. I need white, red, neon yellow for classier shirts, and then a Trace birthday shirt with this fabric. This is all the fabric I have left, and then I'm going to have to switch over to the substitute I found. It just doesn't have as much of the purple and dark blue, and I'm okay with that. I actually like it better. But using up what I have first, I'm going to go ahead and cut those to the size that I need, and then I will apply heat and bond light onto the back of them with my iron. I buy it by the bolt. My bolt's getting very, very thin, but it's overpriced on Amazon right now. I'm trying to wait it out so the price drops. You can usually get it for 40-ish, 40 to 45. It's over 50, 60 bucks right now. So if I get down to where I absolutely need it, I'll go ahead and buy it at that price. It's not a huge deal, but I'm trying to wait it out until it goes down, and then I'll buy probably 2 or 3, just so I have them. But if you don't do a lot, though, you can buy smaller, like 5-yard packs, 5 or 10 yards. I think it's 5 at like Walmart, Joann's, wherever. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these cut. I pre-cut them a little bit bigger than I normally would, just so I have wiggle room on the mat for the Cameo floor, so I don't have to be exact. I don't want to have to cut. I've tried to cut it too close or too exact before, and then, you know, it like ends up cutting off the fabric, and then you waste it and you have to start over anyways. So I just make a little bit bigger than I know I'm going to need, so there's room on the mat. So I have my unicorn birthday shirt done, and while that was finishing, I also cut and did the heat and bond light on the back of all my applique fabrics that I'm going to pre-cut. This is not all the applique stuff that I'm going to be doing today, it's just the ones I'm going to be pre-cutting. So I actually need to do some black so I can do some of the caps for these. I'll do that real quick before I cut. But I'm going to do these on my Cameo 4. I use the light grip mats. I'm just going to put it down, send it from my software via Bluetooth. I love having that on the 4 so I don't have to directly connect it. I definitely find myself actually using it more now that I don't have to like dig it out and get the cables out and everything. So, makes it fast and easy. I'm going to do those all real quick. I should knock them out very fast, and then they'll just be ready as I'm getting the shirts going. So you'll notice I struggled definitely to get this one. It doesn't look like it actually cut. I didn't test it on this fabric, to be honest. This is like a, like almost like a lycra or spandexy material. It's not your normal cotton applique fabric, but it's the color they want. They want like a neon yellow. So I used what I had, but it did not cut well. So I may just do that like traditional, you know, tack down placement trim with scissors in the hoop, because that just, it didn't cut. I think I'll probably end up spending more time messing with it than I would be to just trim it by hand in the hoop later. Hey guys, so it's after lunch now. One of the beautiful things about working from home, my office is in our lower level or like walkout basement, is that I get to go upstairs and have lunch on my work days with everyone. So I went and had lunch, put my daughter down for a nap, and then now I'm back down here working. I still have 13 jackets to go and 5 kids shirts. I'm struggling to like stay focused, I guess. It's like, ooh, shiny, and then I'm off doing something else, and I'm not getting everything that I need done like with one project before I move on to the next. So I'm gonna try to just put my earbuds in, focus, and get some more orders done. It's almost 1 o'clock, so I'm not gonna have these all ready to ship by 3, but I'm just gonna do the best I can, get as many as I done as I can, and then just keep working a little bit this evening, late afternoon and this evening after the post office is closed, and I'll just drop those off the first thing in the morning. So I have another one ready to stitch out. I did the placement stitch and then just ironed on the pre-cut fabric, and now I'm going to go ahead and let it run the satin. I don't even, I delete the tack down since I don't need it when it's pre-cut, and I have one more of these to do still after this one, and then I'm done with class year shirts for the week. Not for the year yet. I've got several orders for next week. I've got several of them done though. It is like just before 2:30. I've got everything that's finished is actually packaged and ready to go. That's doing pretty good for me. So I shouldn't run late to the post office at least. Like I said earlier, not going to get it all done, but that's okay. I'll have a good portion of it shipped, and then the rest of it I'll be able to get finished this evening. I'll just have to physically take it to the post office in the morning. So I had several items finish up while I was at the post office. I put the name on that one. I have this one all prepped and ready to go already. I put the logo on this one it finished. This customer is a previous customer and she likes her text extra large. Then I have another one ready to go. I made pre-cut fabric for my last class year. And then this one is 99% done and it ran out of bobbin thread like halfway through the last letter of the name. Y'all, welcome back to some bonus Saturday morning content. It's 5:30 on Saturday morning. I'm up, I'm working, unfortunately. I'm as tired as I look, honestly. I still have 4 jackets to finish, 1 shirt, and like 4 other jackets that need just names. So not a lot of work, but I want to make sure I get them done before my daughter wakes up. She's usually up around 7, so I need to have everything done and packaged by then. And then the post office is only open from 8:30 to 9:30. So on a time crunch this morning, I'm going to go ahead and eat my breakfast that's sitting here next to me, get all the files over to the machines, and then get them running, and just try to get this knocked out real quick. I might show you guys how I package orders again today, and then I don't know what else. So the last of everything's finishing up on the machines now. While those have been going, and I didn't realize my phone had stopped recording because of memory, I've been trimming and folding jackets. So got a stack done already. But some of these were finished yesterday, and some of them just needed a name, and then 4 of them I had to completely finish this morning. Plus a shirt that's finishing. My first Thanksgiving one of the year. So almost done, doing good on time. It's 6:40 and baby's still sleeping, so might actually get this all done before she wakes up. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me yesterday and today as I finished orders for this week. I hope you guys enjoy these vlogs and find them helpful. I love being able to share my entire process of working on orders and all the little tips and tricks along the way. I do have future content coming with actual specific tutorials, as well as just the day-to-day making new things, vlogs, everything like that. So if you like our channel, like our content, we'd love to have a thumbs up and have you subscribe if you're not already. I'm going to get ready to take Saturday's orders to the post office this morning, and I'll see you guys next week.